Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the Marvel Legends X-Men Sentinel 2-pack from Hasbro. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Here is the box for the X-Men Marvel Sentinels, or just Sentinels here. They look very 8-bit, 16-bit, whatever, 32-bit graphics. With the Marvel Legends logo over here, the same logo on the top, all the legalese on the bottom. On the side, we have a Sentinel holding a rock, and on the other side, the same picture flipped. And on the back, amongst a bunch of legalese, we have pictures of two Sentinels over here, 7.2 inches in scale, and they're huge! Now let's take a look and see what's inside. A lot of plastic inside the cardboard, but separating them reveals that yes, there are two Sentinels, but only one rock. Dwayne Johnson. The head of the Sentinel looks very nicely sculpted. This helmet is really cool, actually. The grooves in it are super nice. It looks very Tron-inspired, too. The paint, though, leaves a lot to be desired. Not a big fan of this kind of thing. It looks kind of 8-bit, not in a good way. I think the eyes aren't painted on as well as they could be, and that's kind of a bummer. And for articulation, we get a swivel over here as well as up and down a tiny bit. It's just an okay head sculpt. And the body looks pretty good, but up close, there's like a dent on mine right here. That's really weird. Straight out of the box. The yellows are painted on pretty well, and the purple's painted on okay on this, and all the way around it's nice, but I think there needs to be something a little bit more to this. For the articulation, we have going up pretty far. That's nice, no chipping or anything, and going all the way around for that over here with a swivel over here. A double jointed elbow right over here, very nice, as well as a swivel and then a hinge as well for this fist. The other side being the same, then you have a ball joint inside here going up and down and all the way around pretty much. It works very well with a swivel for the waist. It's nice articulation, but interesting paint, I think. The legs are a solid purple and pink. They're fine, but kind of boring, all things considered. For articulation, they go out really far and in, and then up pretty far and back pretty far. It's kind of tough on that joint, going all the way back really far with this double jointed knee going well. You get a swivel over here, a swivel over here, a swivel over here, down and up, with a pivot that's kind of hindered a lot by this piece over here, and then two pecos at the bottom of the feet with a couple legalese things and whatnot. My main issue with this figure is the color scheme. It should be a darker pink. This figure is fine, but the amount of QC issues on this just doesn't justify the price for me. Along with two fists, the Sentinel comes with these hands that are pretty alright. You get a swivel and then a hinge, but I don't like how they're kind of curved when posed. Ironically, the accessories are the best part about this figure, being these blast effects. I love the two-tone. It looks super cool, like a flame. Very nicely done. With these, you can get a nice 1950s style alien invasion. They look really cool and disaffected, at least in this shot. This rock the Sentinels come with is nice, but it only comes with one. I like the kind of wash on here, or at least how the light hits off of it. I do love also you can place it like this or like this too. But my main flaw is while scouring this thing, there are 0 peg holes, so placing this might be a big challenge. Maybe here could be meant to be. They look kind of hollowed out. Posing the rock on the Sentinel looks fine, but I think it could be better with pegs on the actual rock. It looks really cool, I gotta say, but the rock is actually pretty heavy and hard to hold in the hands of the Sentinel, very difficult to balance. And you can also have the Sentinel hold the rock this way. It's actually a little bit more stable, but kind of top-heavy forward and backward. You really have to balance it. And there's also this very ugly mold mark right over here on the top of the rock. And of course, this Sentinel comes with a second Sentinel, or this Sentinel comes with this Sentinel, I'm not sure. Which means they come with 2 of everything. Very nice. Except for the rock. Very not nice. There's only one of these. Hollow it out, maybe you could make 2. I don't know, that'd be nice, Hasbro. Here's the Marvel Legends Sentinels next to the Marvel Basic Sentinels from Hasbro. Both the same company, yet we have vastly different results. The Basic Sentinels are not only taller, but have a way better color scheme. I know these are adhering towards a video game, but really, they couldn't just make them regular Sentinels? I mean, who wants a giant rock in their collection that the character can barely hold? Don't get me wrong, these have great articulation as well as the printing looks nice on the faces, but really these are what I see in my mind's eye when I hear the word Sentinels. To me, the tentacle whip thing is iconic when it comes to Sentinels, and the blast is really cool, but I think it's better portrayed here. The biggest thing for me though is the battle damaged head. This is so cool, and not having it here really makes this set suffer. And also these are bigger and cheaper. I feel like I'm getting more bang for my buck than this, which costs a lot, is smaller, doesn't have a great color scheme, and has a giant stupid rock. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. And as far as accessory swapping, it is a no-go on the heads, just too big for me, but I do love how the tentacle works, and this blast is pretty cool. Flipping the hand, though, causes this to go out of place, and it falls at the slightest provocation, and this one just doesn't look that great anyways. It won't really fit in regardless. Actually, I take that back. If you kind of put this in and shove it in a little bit where you want it to go, it holds for a slight amount of time so you can take a picture. Pretty cool. And while I do wish the tentacles could fit better without having to balance them, they could just fit into the ports easily. They don't, but it looks nice otherwise when you have two. Pretty spooky. You can also place the Legends Blast effect into the basic Sentinel's hand, and while it doesn't look to be damaging the blast effect, it looks pretty nice. The Iron Man 2099 rocket effect works pretty well, actually. Really nice for this figure. It's kind of big and chunky. Very good. But what I really wanted to work was this blast effect from this Silver Centurion Iron Man. It's really nice. It works well in conjunction with the Legend Sentinel effect too. Very well done. The basic Sentinel can even hold the big rock, which I think is fitting for this larger character. Man, this figure is just so cool. Here is the Sentinel next to Wolverine and Cyclops. You can already see the scale creep start to happen with Cyclops. Here is a Sentinel next to Rogue and Jean Grey. They look nice, but again, scale creep. Here is a Sentinel next to Jubilee and Psylocke. They have the new heads with face printing text swapped onto them, and these are my official ones for now. I hope to get more figures with face printing tech. That'd be great. Here is the Sentinel next to Gambit and Colossus, and they do look nice, but really the scale is off here. The Sentinel should be way bigger, at least than Colossus, or maybe as tall as him. That'd be great. Gambit also has the face printing tech on him, and yeah, his cowl is black and his body is a dark blue, so now I gotta find the X-Men 97 version to make him complete. And here is Colossus next to the Marvel Legends and basic Sentinels. Yeah, I gotta say, the basic one is the way to go for me scale-wise. You can get some battle shots with the Sentinel that look pretty awesome. I do like how stoic it looks amongst the X-Men trying to fight it off here. However, put Colossus into a fight and he's pretty overpowered, honestly. I do think more Sentinels would probably help with this, but really, they're just too small. Overall, Sentinel skirmish. These Marvel Legends Sentinels are nice from the outset, but pretty flawed from within. The articulation suffers in a lot of places, especially the ankles and the head. They can't really move that well or look up and down that well. The color choices and paint are okay at best. The bubblegum aesthetic just isn't doing it for me, and that yellow needs another coat or two to really shine. The face printing tech is at their lowest here. It doesn't look that good at all, sadly. But the biggest highs and lows from this figure come from the accessories. That huge rock is annoying and stupid and could have been replaced by anything else. And the blast effects look really cool, and I would love to use them on different characters. The biggest flaw with these, though, is how they're beat out by the basic Sentinels. That just shouldn't happen in today's day and age. Give me a bigger, thicker, darker color scheme Sentinel with better accessories such as a tentacle whip and a bigger blast effect, and then we'll be talking. And also the price for what you're getting just can't be beat by those basic Sentinels, no matter how hard you try. If you're a fan of Marvel Legends, the X-Men, or Sentinels themselves, then you'll like these figures. But if not, I would wait for clearance on them, or just don't get them at all. They may have a better version coming out later. But make no mistake, these figures really take the Sentinel. So which Sentinel is your favorite here? The Marvel Legends version or the basic version? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.